Welcome to episode 2 of the KRAUT REDNECK show. And as usual, I'm the KRAUT and
I'm the redneck.
this is what it is.
Today on tap we have, it's an Imperial Stout from a brewery in Charleston, Coast Brewing. And it's Blackbeerd, spelled B-E-E-R-D. Coast is a small brewery. Distribution is pretty much South Carolina only. So if you find yourself in a state or if you live in the state of South Carolina, look it up. They brew about 99% organic.
Do they have beer on tap?
They do. They have a tasting room, and like everybody else in the world right now, hours are limited. Generally Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'm not sure about Sundays at this point.
Where are they located?
North Charleston.
North Charleston.
Yeah. In an old retired Navy base.
Yeah, I know the Navy base. There's
Yeah.
a lot of photographers do photo shoots there.
At one point, they were running their boil kettle. They burnt recycled cooking oil, but I think they've expanded since then. And I don't think they were able to keep that particular thing running, but don't quote me on that. I can't be certain.
Blackbeerd, an Imperial Stout from Coast Brewery in Charleston. Nothing sweeter than this little sound.
Very satisfying.
Very satisfying. Very dark. Looks the part.
Oh, yeah.
Smells good.
Yeah, we need smell-o-vision on this one for sure.
You said it's rather affordable compared to other.
Yeah, that's one of the things I love about it. Aside from the fact that it's really good, a lot of other Imperials, and if you buy any Imperials, you guys know this, you know, a lot of them come in 4-packs. And for the price of a lot of other breweries, 4-packs, you get 6 from Coast. And I really like that a lot. It's just more incentive for me to support local businesses, you know, when they can do things like that.
So we say cilantro.
Yeah, cilantro, yeah. We'll go with that for now.
Very nice.
I mean, I knew what to expect with that one. I've had this. That's just really good. And the thing that sets it apart, I think, from a lot of Imperials is it's a little bit heavier hopped than most. It gives it a little bit crisper finish than some heavier stouts. But
It is definitely on the lighter side.
yeah,
Especially for an Imperial Stout. I like it has a slight bitterness, but not too much, and definitely not too much sweet. So if I would rate the sweetness of between 1 and 10, I would say this is probably on the 4.
well, it weighs in at just under 10% ABV. So, and you're right, it's not as heavy, it's not quite as sweet, and with the addition of a little bit more hop, it would be easier to sit down and have a couple or 3,
Right.
depending on what you personally can handle. But you know, when you start rolling around with these 10%ers,
Yeah, I think it's a perfect, if you love stouts, it's a perfect Imperial Stout you can have any time of the day. You can have it on a very hot day without like totally knocking yourself out. And as Todd said, you can definitely have a couple of these without running into trouble.
yeah, and on a, well, like us, I mean, sitting here, we can enjoy air conditioning,
Right.
which is it's a big bonus, you know, when you're drinking dark, heavy beers, is to be a little bit cooler.
Would you say this is a stout, Imperial Stout, if somebody is not familiar to get into Imperial Stouts?
You know, yeah, I think so. I think it lends itself to that because it's a bit lighter. It's not really overpowering if you're used to something that is a little bit hoppier. And when I say a little bit hoppier, I mean really lightly hopped. I'm not talking about anything like an IPA or anything like that. I think that this would be a pretty good jumping off point for that.
Very good
It's really,
everyday Imperial Stout.
yeah,
I
oh
would
yeah.
call it.
It's got a little bit of a coffee note and chocolate, and definitely a little roasty from the dark malts.
The Dogfish Head had like so many things going on when
Yeah.
you got a nose of it, whereas this one is pretty straightforward. But
Yeah.
I don't think it's a bad thing. I
No,
think
this
it's
is-
a good thing because it's
yeah.
drinkable,
Yeah,
very nicely drinkable.
Yeah, this is really well done, I would have to say. A couple other beers to look out for, and we'll certainly have them on at some point soon, is Hop Art. It's their version of an IPA. And one, oddly enough, that neither one of us have had yet is their Kölsch. It's one of the things they hang their hat on, and we've not had it yet.
Yeah, the Kölsch, I'm very curious because, as I mentioned before, I grew up with Kölsch in Germany. This was my go-to beer on an everyday basis, always fresh from the tap. So
Before I met you, we called it a Kölsch. We didn't know any better. Ignorant rube.
Yeah. Here's the Kölsch and cilantro.
Yeah, cilantro.
So, if you like it, don't forget to subscribe. Up here, down there, the like button. It's always a nice and pleasant way to give some love, and we surely appreciate it, and it motivates us to make more of these videos.
Yes, absolutely. KRAUT Redneck out.
Welcome back. We had a little break just to ranch the glasses.
We had to ranch them. That's what we say here in the South.
Never heard that term, ranch the glasses.
We ranged them. It was a half-ass job.
Better a half-ass job than no job.
Better than no
right?
ass at all.
No, that's what I'm saying. So the second one tonight is a porter.
Don't frame that in a question. You brought it.
No. It's a porter from Oskar Blues Brewery, originally from Colorado, and it's called Death by Affogato. And I mean, I generally like anything death by, quote, whatever. It's always something that attracts me to see what's behind it.
That's why you buy them.
Affogato is an Italian dessert that I have made before with espresso and a scoop of vanilla ice cream. And
Well,
so
it sounds good.
I expect some sweet and coffee. It's a porter brewed with lactose. It's not for you lactose-free people. Vanilla, that's the reference to the ice cream, vanilla ice cream.
Yep.
Chocolate.
Yep.
And espresso beans. So, Affogato is a wonderful Italian dessert, so I assume this should function and qualify as a dessert beer.
So that's nearly a tiramisu in a can.
I'm interested in the thing. I know that Oskar Blues, they have actually a pretty cool website, and they do pairings, or they offer pairings of their beers with food. I would be curious what kind of food you would pair this with, because I probably would not pair it
This
from
sounds.
a sweet dessert.
No, it sounds like this just should be dessert.
Do you want to crack one open?
Heck
We
yeah,
all
let's
listen?
get busy. That was a little bit. It was a little weak. I didn't.
A little weak, yeah.
I'm gonna serve myself
A little
first.
weak.
Serve myself first.
That's fine. You know, top the can is always the old stuff, and the new stuff is underneath. So
That's a bunch of horse squeeze. Oh man, you can pick the coffee right up.
the coffee just
And the
pops
vanilla,
into
yeah.
your nose.
Easy, man. That's even for my redneck ass. That's easy work.
Vanilla. I don't pick up the chocolate on the nose.
No, I'm not picking up the cacao much at all either. I got to tell you though, for everything listed on that can, that's really good. I expected it to just be a bit much.
I think it's very balanced.
Yeah,
It's extremely balanced.
I had no idea what to expect going in. Well done, to throw all of that in there.
Absolutely. That's a hit.
Yeah, that's a home run.
It's a home run. I know they promote it on their website, rightfully so. I think it's a very Solid, good, interesting beer. Death by Affogato, Oskar Blues Brewery from Colorado. Beautifully done.
Oh yeah, I think you could easily. I wouldn't have any problems at all. A lot of times with these, and it's kind of a theme with heavier, darker beers, that you can't sit down and have several.
Right.
I could sip on these
all night.
Yeah.
Easily,
for an
all
evening,
night.
easily.
Yes.
Yeah, this is great.
Yes. And it's light. Alcohol-wise, I think it's very digestible.
It's 6.5%.
This would go very well with an espresso.
If there's one glaring weakness in my repertoire, it's pairing anything.
What I can see, when you cook a nice steak with a coffee bean rub,
Yep.
you know, you take
Yeah,
espresso beans, you do an espresso bean rub. I can see that. I know that Oskar Blues does this.
The 1050.
The 1050. Yeah, we had the 1050 before, probably a year ago.
Yeah.
And we will definitely bring it back. I read they have a limited release in September.
Do they?
Yes, so I will definitely look out. Oskar Blues 1050 coming up in September.
Yeah, we like the 1050.
That was an absolute winner. Absolute winner. Very heavy on everything.
Oh yeah. Not an entry level.
Not an entry level beer, but stay tuned. We will definitely bring this up, and we're very excited. Thumbs up to Oskar Blues, and if you like the review, subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
And like, and we're happy, you're happy. If you have questions, feel free to ask questions. We'll take the time to answer them. Suggestions, we're open to suggestions.
Oh yeah,
anytime.
We're new. We're just, and I'm sure you can probably tell.
Again, Death by Affogato, Oskar Blues Brewery. Fantastic porter, light, not too sweet, very balanced. If you're into a little bit of coffee, vanilla, cacao, perfect beer, perfect drinker. I mean, it goes down easy. I could sit the whole night and drink this without any problems.
Yeah, without any problems. Yep.
All right.
It's a winner.
See you next time, and it was a pleasure as always.
Cheers.
Cilantro.
Sayonara, shut the horror,